Welcome back. There's a huge misconception in the automotive industry that Chinese have taken over South African market. Well, it's an undeniable fact that Chinese car brands are giving traditional brands a very tough competition, and I think we can all agree to that. Now, what I want to talk about in this video is just a few reasons why some of us are simply not fans of Chinese cars. Real car fanatics will never buy. Okay, let me just not use the word never because we don't know what the future holds for us. If you can comment one name of a popular creator who has a Chinese car, I will give you $100. They all own German cars. It's just the people who have always bought the least likable brands who are amazed and charmed by these Chinese car brands, and people who are first-time buyers who know absolutely nothing about cars. And lastly, regular people who just want to experience the tech they can't afford in their dream cars. If anyone will tell me their dream car is a Chinese car, I would laugh and not argue. Because at the end of the day, we are different people and we just can't tell you what to do with your own money. If you are a 45-year-old man and want to buy an Omoda, we can't stop you. Okay, let's talk about cars real car fanatics can't resist over these newly introduced cars from China. Number 10, the Mercedes-Benz C-Class W205. I know they no longer come in brand new since we have a W206, but the W205 C-Class is the Kasi flex machine. You pull up Mcimbini in a C200, uncles nodding approval. You're telling me that you'd rather pull up in a J7 and people think it's a Range Rover from far. When you get closer, they look the other way. Come on, you must be nuts. The W205 is timeless, smooth ride, prestige badge, and resale value that doesn't evaporate. It's not just a car, it's a statement. Fuck out of here with your fake Range Rover, J7. Number 9, the one and only BMW 3 Series, G20. It's not the one and only because there's two G20s. There's a model that was introduced in 2018 and there's like the latest model that has big tablets on the dashboard. The 3 Series is the sedan for a hustler in his late 20s and early 30s who just wants to be respected like a road man. It's sharp, it's sporty, and still attainable for a lower middle class person. There isn't a lot of options when it comes to Chinese sedans. In fact, I can't think of any. I know there are, but I just can't name them because what the fuck do you mean I must drive a Chinese sedan? The 3 Series gives you the badge power, driving dynamics, and resale value. Number 8, the VW Golf 8 GTI. I know. Nobody expected a Golf 8 at number 8. But remember this list puts into consideration how the cars does in the market. Reliability, affordability, not just whether it's a nice car or not. The Golf Mark 8, shit. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Absolute beauty. With just as much tech, but oh man. The exhaust notes that no Chinese car can offer. You'd really be a dumbass motherfucker if you tell me that you can afford this but you still choose an Omoda or a Chery. You deserve a hard smack stick. Number 7, the VW Golf 7 GTI. The Golf 7 GTI is still king for those who can't afford the 8 but want real performance. The Golf 7R, that's the GTI's big brother, the rocket ship. South Africans still buy them like hot fat cooks because they are now affordable and you can't find them new anymore, unfortunately. But this is the real panty dropper that does things that other cars can't do. Your Chinese cars can't do. I hate people who compare the Golf 7 against the 8. Like, what do you expect, dummy? The 8 is a progression from the 7 to, so it's bound to offer more than the 7 does. But it is still widely loved, and some still argue that it is the best Golf ever produced. The main point though is that no Chinese car brand can convince me to buy their car over the 7 to. Like, I mean, can you see what this car does? Look at this thing. Number 6, the Mercedes-Benz A-Class. The A-Class is the entry Benz. Sleek, dripping with status. It's the car you buy when you want to flex without going full C-Class. Again, no Chinese car has been made yet to match or exceed the aura that comes with this nice hatch. Number 5, the BMW 1 Series. The 1 Series is the gateway drug into BMW. Compact, sporty, and dripping with Bavarian DNA. Chinese cars are just oversized smartphones on wheels. All screen, no souls. It's like a Huawei against Samsungs and iPhones. The 1 Series gives you sharp handling, badge respect, and resale value. This car has been a thing from the past models, so no car will just come and close the chapter so easily. This car has die-hard fans who cannot be convinced anyhow, no matter how hard you try to make them forget or choose a different car. Don't even mention a Chinese one. Number 4, the Audi A3, not Audi. Audi. We are now tapping into a different league. The stylish cousin in the German family. Sharp, elegant, and makes you feel like you've got your life together. This car is better than the Golf, but it's very difficult for us VW fans to admit. When VW fans realize how good the Audi is, they tell you it's owned by VW. But at the end of the day, Audi is still a separate entity that designs its own cars. The A3 has heritage, refinement, and resale value. When you still prefer a Chinese car just because it's an SUV, hey, it's practical. It's practical, my foot in when because these Chinese SUVs are sizes of crossovers. Hey, let's leave it because I was no good in Leon when it crossover. Number 3, the VW Polo R line. Now, let's talk Polo R line. This car deserves this position, but I know most of you will argue this view. The R line is stylish, sporty, and has now gotten expensive enough that you need serious money to buy it. Even though it's a 1-liter engine, people love it because it looks premium than the Polo Life. But let me say this, as appealing as the R line is, it's still not the real deal. I put it in this position because most middle-class people just opt for it compared to any other car that I've listed here, and it's the most affordable out of all these cars. But I believe it still qualifies in this segment. Now let's move on to the one and only VW Polo GTI. Now let me say this loud and clear. The Polo GTI looks better than the Polo R line. People will hate me for this, but I don't care. The Polo GTI is the real deal. Power, comfort, and looks that kill. The R line just has a glossy look in front, but fuck the GTI's liquor. It's the car that makes you feel alive every time you drive it. Chinese cars may take over the market in future, but they'll never replicate the GTI's aura. You heard that right, never. Yes, this is the best sporty hatchback in South Africa for the best price that it comes at. Number 1. I'll just put multiple cars in this position that the middle class can afford, but leans more on the upper level and age seniority. Your Toyota Fortuner. Can you see how beautiful this thing is? Your Ford Ranger Wild Track. I think that this goes all the way to your Platinum and all those. So there you have it. The top 10 reasons why real car fanatics and motor enthusiastic people actually don't buy these Chinese cars, even though they are ridiculously cheaper than any traditional car brand that offers the same competitive tech and features. These Chinese cars are very good looking too, and we can't take away their credit on exterior and interior design. They also throw in ridiculously long warranties and service plans that our favorite car brands can't match, but they'll never replicate the aura, heritage, and respect the traditional ones command. Because at the end of the day, cars aren't just about transport, they're about passion, culture, and soul. And that's something you can't copy and paste. I know some of you think a car is just something you use as a point A to point B, so maybe this video is not for you. Let me just not go any further. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and tune in for the next one.